Today we're building a wall in the medium bedroom of an abandoned house. That's our main task. The last time we came, we left this just like this. And as you know, we want to create a little hallway here that will take us outside. By the way, what a day it is today. You can see here it's totally gloomy. It's been raining non-stop for what? About 7 days now. Anyway, that's how it is. But anyway, the point is that there will be a hallway here that will take us to the living room, dining room, and kitchen area. And here by my side, there will be a door to enter the bedroom. So what we're going to do today is build this wall, among many other things. We're only here for 2 days because we have to do a couple of things back home, but then we'll come back for a week. We'll do whatever we have time for in these few days.
Only what we can manage.
I'm sure we will. We'll do this. And my father.
Hi, how are you?
My father is right now taking measurements and everything because we have to start running the wiring for the solar panel installation. This is a process we're going to do soon, and I'll tell you all the details very soon, but for now, that's all I can share.
We're going to install solar panels very soon, and we have to do the internal wiring to connect everything from where they'll be.
The equipment has to reach the area where the electrical panel is. So for now, my dad is going to take care of that, which is a very important task. Okay, tell us.
These are the air panels. They're adjustable in every direction, so we'll install them in the false ceilings.
Well, as my dad says, the air conditioning will come out here. Wait, is it through the ceiling? I thought it was through the wall. Let's see how it looks on the ceiling.
You can even close them a bit. You can close them completely.
So the question is, which grill should we use? This one or the other?
Put more here and here at their height.
All the hot air comes out there. Shouldn't it be more centered? What do you think?
I think this one suits that way best.
A bit more is fine. It looks good up to here.
Here, centered with the door.
Yes, but from here, it looks much better on the ceiling, doesn't it? Much better. This is the one that will go in the dining room, which will be long instead of wide. No.
Because over there, because of the height, we have the beam that goes across the house, and the height is very tight, almost touching the ceiling, and the height is what makes it low. It's a mess.
Oh my goodness, it's so cold, please, and I'm bothering you with the rain. That's it, yes, we'll have to go out. I'll go look for it now. Oh, but let's close here, it's cold. What steps do we need to take to get through this room? We have to build this wall, fix the walls, put in the rest of the tiles that are missing, and put the ceiling on in that room. It's no small feat. Oh, and another little issue when putting up this wall is that that wall over there doesn't line up with this one. And it's one of two things. Either we move it closer to the door over there, or we move it further back here. We've said it's better to move it back and build a wall here instead of placing it near the door. Because having it right there when you walk in makes it feel claustrophobic, which isn't convincing to us, just for reference. If we put it here, which is where it should be, in case we want to coordinate it with over there. Look, stand inside this cubicle. 85 centimeters if we put it here, 95 if we put it here. See how it feels to come out. So this will come here and it will fall around here, leaving a bit of wall here, recreating it just a little bit. It could resemble a column. Widening it slightly would help it look more like one. So, the very first step will be to create the base structure. The basic one, let's say the level. First, we place the floor piece, then the wall piece, and finally position the top piece. We mark the ceiling, cut the ceiling, and then we place the top one before making the structure. I think the ideal thing would be to cover these big holes with mortar, because by tomorrow they will have dried if we cover them. But if we don't do it today, they won't have dried. We need to install the floor before adding the guides, since we can't place the guide without it. Oh, that looks so nice. Much better than a split unit. My dad wanted split units in every room.
Once it's over, we'll be happy. It's only once.
So, Mom, we prepare the mortar first, right?
Yes.
We're running the wiring through here and here. Let's see what's inside this ceiling. Look, you can see it going through. It fits. That's why they've gone quiet now. My mom's already on it. Wow, you've done so much, Mom.
Oh, I've done a lot.
No, you've done a lot, silly.
Yes, it's quick, huh?
Yes, it's turning out well.
It's very easy to work with.
It's the best renewal mortar. It's incredibly easy to work with. It's crazy.
I don't know if I went a little overboard.
Wow, let's add a bit to this side too. This mortar sticks to nearly any surface, holds up well, is great for screeds, columns, creating natural stone, and is moisture resistant. Perfect. And that's why we're not putting water on the wall, because it sticks perfectly without water and doesn't need it. We're covering the whole lower part because of the humidity issue. We'll also use this opportunity to fill all the holes in the wall. So later, when we apply the layer of Aquaplast and make it smooth, but before that, with these holes already made, instead of using mortar, he puts up Platos boards. Basically, it took us much less time, but of course we were adding thickness to the wall. And since we don't want to make the hallway narrower, and we want to leave it as wide as possible, we decided to fix it with all the hard work that involves. But we believe that visually the hallway will look much better if it's as wide as possible. On the other hand, we've gotten stuck with the electrical issue and there's no way to get it through. We don't know where it is, but it's lost somewhere in the ceiling. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes, it's coming out, yay yay.
The guide, you have to keep it tight so it doesn't get caught on the floor.
What's the problem?
We'll go through the kitchen's false ceiling, run the cable along the facade, and reach the panels. Because it's impossible to go through here, since there's a beam, and this isn't a false ceiling, so we can't get through. The ceiling is flush with the beam, so we can't go through the facade. I've thought of something else. We can use this box here.
Oh, of course, yes, that's a good idea.
We'll make the hole on that side and come out into this box.
We can only take out the box and put it back, but the sink is already here. What about that?
Then out here,
I thought it would be harder. You made it seem complicated.
I always complicate things. We need to do the regatta all around here, down to here, loop around, then come in behind the electrical panel.
The light at the end of the tunnel is already visible.
No, the tunnel is still very far away, but oh well.
A few kilometers of tunnel remain. Well, we've got the first step done, which is fixing the wall. Well, fixing, covering up the big holes. Then we'll have to smooth it out, but now we can let it dry, which was one of the priorities. The next step is to put down this little piece of flooring, and I don't know why we didn't do it before, because it would have been perfect to have it in place already. It was just a bit of flexible mortar, enough for this piece. Once that's done, we can start putting everything in place here. For the walls, I've already measured everything with the level. This line here is where the drywall will go, and this line here is where the channel will go. Right here is where the drywall wall will be, and we'll need to build it up a bit. Honestly, this wall is in terrible shape. My hands are so gross, okay? I came up here to wash my hands with hot water because my hands are so cold I can't even feel them, and I can't even move my fingers. We had to go outside because we have all the batteries and everything related to the solar panels out there. And it turns out it started raining so much that water started coming in. Where we have everything, we had to run out and lift the batteries up. The inverter. Oh, I really can't handle this rain. Renovations themselves are, oh, now it's too hot and everything. Renovations themselves are super tough and exhausting. But if it rains on top of that, it's horrible, horrible, horrible. And well, luckily, we already have electricity. And all of this, which we were talking about the other day when we didn't even have electricity here, when we were using solar panels, you couldn't stand the cold, almost showering with lukewarm water, heating water on the stove to pour over ourselves, and showering however possible. Plus, you couldn't even wash your hands with hot water. Last year was horrible, so we can be happy that things are much better this year. Having a television makes a big difference. It's nice to enjoy some entertainment after a long day of renovations. Because last year we couldn't even charge our phones since we didn't have electricity. The little power we got from the solar panel, we saved for the machines we had to use. And I remember, around this time, my mom and I would be in that dining room, the one upstairs, with a candle between us. It was actually kind of nice, honestly. You have to experience it at least once in your life. And speaking of survival, let's put it that way. A few years ago, my dad took a survival course. One day, he'll have to share his little survival tricks with us. They did a survival course. Did he do all this because he climbed Mont Blanc?
Yes, it was a mountain phase. I got into mountains and climbed all the 3,000ers in the Pyrenees with a friend. That felt too small, so we went to Mont Blanc.
And the experience of climbing Mont Blanc?
Bad, really bad, because we weren't prepared. I mean, we just went from climbing a 3,000 meter peak to a 4,000 plus one. It's not a small thing. We had to change our mindset, and we didn't have that patience, acclimatization. We climbed and we did it. We went up and came down, but only because we were really lucky. We got the best day of the year to climb it. If it had been a normal day, we wouldn't have made it.
In fact, my father, when he came down, wrote a book.
Yes, Adventures and Misadventures of Two Fools on Mont Blanc. Yes, they went. Well, a little book, our experience, which was still fresh, was put down on paper so that over the years we could revisit it. In fact, I think it's already been 12 years.
12? No, I think it's more.
No, I'm lying. It was at least 20 years ago.
At least?
Yes, it's true. I confused it with something else. It was in 2004. Has it been that long?
If you'd like to read the little book, I can send or upload the PDF.
Nothing.
Are you embarrassed?
Yes.
Look, sign up for the list, a survival channel too. Sports, survival, nutrition.
I'd have to refresh my memory because also the survival one. Also, it's been at least 20 years since they taught us how to use a compass, how to triangulate a position to know where you are. It was very interesting, honestly. It's interesting.
Okay, I already have the piece cut, which I cut with the manual tile cutter, let's say, and now I need to touch it up a bit with the grinder. On the other hand, my father has finished. That thing we weren't sure how to do is already done. Notice the small hole leading outside. It's for the electrical. Okay, well, there's just a little bit left so we can eat a bit earlier, but right after we eat, we'll get started on that, attaching the panel and starting the structure for the wall. Putting the drywall there will make it very tight.
We're just talking about the frame, okay? The drywall will be flush, but if the entire frame were drywall, it would look nice. Just a small step, and it doesn't look too bad. Have you measured the distance from the ceiling to the floor?
Yes, 252. No, to the ceiling. I won't cut it this high.
And why?
The wall sticks out here, so I can't put it all the way up.
That's true, there's a beam.
We have to make it as close to the wall as possible. We can measure the thickness of a handle, which I guess is like this one, right?
We don't have any of the old handles we took out last time to measure, do we?
Oh, it's just that with your glasses on, you looked a bit like Harry Potter when they talk like that.
Don't say I look like anyone else, okay? Don't compare me to anyone else.
You don't have the transformation potion. I mean, it would go like this?
Of course it would be like this, right?
Of course, exactly, yes, that's true. It would be about 6 centimeters.
6. I doubt the new handle will be any wider than this one.
6.5, just to be safe. Yes, 6.5, so the door opens fully, not blocked by the wall. Now you say, what is it, Mom? It's 5 to 4, I mean, time feels slow to you.
I'm not very hungry, that's normal for me.
Work makes you hungry. I can only say one thing. Pablito nails a small nail. How many Pablitos?
He says that Clavito nailed a little nail to a bald man.
Really? So how does the whole saying go?
Clavito nailed a little nail to a bald man. How many little nails did Clavito nail to a bald man?
Well, if it was hard before, now it's even harder.
Did it break? Well, that one was fresh.
Damn it, with all that was coming, it wasn't a good idea.
It's finally looking like a room.
Yes, honestly it does. It looks kind of framed. We have the structure set up here, here, and over here. And now, we still need to mark on the ceiling, cut off all the excess part of the ceiling, let's say the ceiling guide. And then we start putting in the crossbars like this, bam, 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 and we make the shape of the little door. We stopped for a snack and now we're done. The rain has eased up. It's 5:30 in the afternoon, but it feels much later. Well, more like 5:45. There's a fog. What a scare. There's a thick, intense fog. Oh, it's so cold. Okay, so now what we're going to do is cut off this excess part. We've already drawn a line from end to end using the guides we've already set as a reference. And now let's cut. Good morning. Today we're going to continue working on the room. And what are we going to do? Well, first of all, finish the structure. We should have done that yesterday, but things got complicated, we ran late, and one thing led to another. In the end, we couldn't finish it mainly because we were missing some channels to be able to complete it. So, my parents just left right now to go buy them. This morning we counted the ones we were missing and they're going to buy them. In the meantime, I'm going to install the one that's missing, which is this one for the ceiling. I already have it prepared, I've cut it, I'm going to make the holes and then I'll put it in place. The ceiling one isn't ideal to install alone since it must fall exactly on the line. But anyway, I'm going to set up the laser level so it lines up perfectly to see where I need to place it, and I'll try to hold it somehow. That way I can make the holes. Okay, I've got the one on top now. They've already come back, and what we're going to do is measure the studs because the height is about 270 or something like that.
274, there are two at 274.
274. So we have to cut it to 274 to put the stud over here. Like this until we reach the door, because here we'll make the doorway access. Before cutting, let's remove these drywall panels to make taking them out easier later. We'll remove these small ones and stack them here with the others already present.
Well, let's have our coffee first.
Oh, well, yes, weather like this so rainy does lower your spirits a little.
Some sunshine since it's been days, right? How many should move? At least 6.
No more, that's already 5, 6, 7.
Right, because this wall also needs it, of course.
It needs it for
They are
7 or 8. Here. What we're doing is making a cut here, another cut here, tucking the excess inside, and that way it doesn't stick out. Notice that it lines up exactly, because if it doesn't, it creates a sort of edge that makes the channel that's on the floor separate. This reinforces the inside by folding this part and avoids adding thickness to the side. We discovered this in this wall assembly, because in the others what we did was cut off the tab with the grinder. Anyway, it was more complicated, but this way is much faster, easier, and almost more resistant. Look, I already have it done. It's practically super solid, and the room also looks spacious. It doesn't look small at all. It doesn't look like a tiny room.
The truth is that the rooms are empty and they seem bigger.
To make it stronger, no.
The door is heavy, so it can't act as a lever.
Of course. So it doesn't come loose. We have a hallway that's 95 centimeters wide and a square room that's 3 meters by 3 meters.
Even if we made the wall flush here, it wouldn't look bad.
No, but we couldn't do it here or on this wall.
That little centimeter, those extra centimeters you add, you can tell.
Yes, it doesn't look small. Let's see how the rice with things turned out. Wow, nice. The plate, the cloth. Oh, wow. What have you learned from my brother, right?
It's my debut as a cook.
It's just that my father always helps my brother make the rice, which is known as the best rice in the family, really delicious. My father is the one who always helps him, so he has been learning little by little, right?
Very little by little.
This time I used my brother's technique and now we'll evaluate him.
Your rice also turns out very good.
So, if you had to pick between my brother's rice and mine, which is better?
It depends. Some days his turns out better, some days yours does.
I think my brother's tastes better than mine, but he hasn't judged, so we're unsure.
Plus, he takes his time with the sofrito.
That's true. My brother takes 3 hours to make rice with stuff, but I only need an hour. I'm really hungry.
You have to tell the truth, okay? If it didn't turn out well, let me know, because otherwise...
I've already tried it, okay?
I'll be honest. If you want honesty, you'll get it. It looks good.
You learn more from one mistake than from 100 successes.
What is it like?
It lacks flavor.
It's delicious and really good.
It lacks a little bit of flavor.
No, let me try another bite. I think it's perfect, just like at the rice restaurant.
I find it very tasty, don't you see?
And the rice, even though it's not bomba rice, is really good, huh? Well, we've already finished the hallway. Well, almost finished. Honestly, it turned out really well. We have this wall finished. We just need this little piece. To install the door, we still need to do the ceiling, smooth out this wall and that one, install the door like I said, and finish that little part over there. That one goes with the bed, some backlit plasterboard, and laying the floor. With that, everything, including the room, would be stabilized. As for what's left in this hallway, it would be smoothing it out, because look, yesterday we applied this layer of anti-humidity mortar, but there's still quite a bit left to smooth out here. Afterwards, we'll lay this piece of flooring and we'll have the hallway done as well. That's the view from over there, and this is the view we have from here. If we step back a little more, we'd see the archway. Next time, we'd also like to install the bathroom door. That's something that's still missing. Finish this part here and finish that part over there. Everything I've told you, and then we'd come over here. With the floor, the doors, the windows that are still missing in those rooms, and smoothing out the walls over there. Honestly, there's little work left since this area gets drywall and the rest will be smooth. The floor and door are missing, and everything else is done. We only need the window and one more sanding, since everything is smooth except for a few details. The floor and door. This means these 2 rooms will be finished, and the access panel over there will also need to be covered. So, out of the 3 rooms, the one we still have the most work left to do is this one here. So next time we'll continue with this one. Oh, I made myself bleed because of what my dad does. With the electrical stuff for the installation of the panels.
The cable that comes from where the batteries are will go to the power distribution panel of the house. Make that groove, go inside. This one starts at the opposite corner, goes through the house, and exits over there.
It's true that we knew we wanted to install solar panels, but we hadn't decided where the machines were going to go, and we should have thought about that. Also, right from the beginning.
But the circumstances?
The truth is, we never planned to do it, but it had to happen eventually. We should have considered it from the start. We didn't really consider the solar panel aspect, even though we were sure we'd install them. I'm not sure why we didn't plan ahead.
The issue was where to place the batteries. They're both very large, 100 kilos each, and each needs to be in a protected spot, either by the electrical panel or the solar panels. We ended up placing them by the solar panels and running the electrical line here. That's how the building is, so we have to adapt. There's nothing else we can do.
right? I mean, fixing this facade with everything else that had to be done afterwards was pointless.
We hadn't planned for exterior lighting, so we made grooves and fixed the facade, but now we have to touch it up again. And the pillars, which also aren't left perfect, that's another reason why not.
Actually, it wasn't because of that. It was just because we did a bad job, period.
Now you have a reason to make sure they turn out well.
Exactly, we messed up. We really screwed up. And it was because we didn't plan the lighting panels and all the electrical stuff before starting the work. Because the electrical stuff...
If you want it recessed instead of on the surface, you'll need to make grooves everywhere. The problem, as I mentioned before, is my dad handles the electrical work. My mom and I handle the rest, and my dad only visits on weekends. Therefore, it moves much slower. What's going on here? It moves much slower than we do. Obviously, because we're here between 7 and 9 days, and he's only here 3 days at most. So, well, we do what we can.
We do what we can, exactly.
Well, that's it. This is the end of today's video. Soon we'll continue here in the villa. We're leaving today, Wednesday, but we'll be back next Monday. So I'll only be home for a few days, honestly. But it's cool. It's cool because we'll make a lot of videos. My mom and I are going to be here for a whole week. Well, 9 days. We'll have plenty of time to record and make progress on the project. As I said, if you like this video, please like it. Your support helps us a lot. Follow the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you very soon in upcoming videos. See you soon.